Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us at the Preferred Adventure Center for another day of Trailblazer Tuesday, okay? Changing gears today, and we're going to start a new series. This one's on communication. How I came up with a neater title than that, but to be honest, I didn't get time to put it on the presentation this morning. So, let's start with a common thing that it happens to all of us, all right? People talk about information like it's, or communication like they're putting information into a pool, all right? But the deal is we don't all see that pool the same. The information goes in there, but we see different things. We don't hear each other the same. We don't say things the same. But a great example of this is when you go shopping with your wife, all right? I'm shopping with Susie, and she said she's trying clothes on, and she comes out and she asks, how does this look on me? All right? And we've all done it. Do these jeans look good on me? Okay. Guys, this is a death trap, right? Because let's say she tries on a pair of jeans that really don't look good on her. That happens. The truth is, no, that pair of jeans looks terrible on her. If you tell her the truth, all I did was tell her, no, those jeans don't look good on you. Why is she so pissed? This is the crowd participation time. Seriously.
They don't look good on her.
Yeah, but
nobody likes negative. It was too direct.
It's defensive.
Yeah.
That's why you leave your husband at home.
Yeah. She really thinks I said she was fat, doesn't she? She wants to know. Seriously, that's what she's thinking. It's not that I said the jeans don't look good on her. There's nothing, that's the jeans problem. The thing is, and this is what really matters, okay? People, including my perfect wife, they do not get upset about what you say. They get upset about why they think you say. Every time, all right? I shouldn't say that. I mean, occasionally, I know people who say things that probably, not me, of course not me, but some people say things that, yeah, people ought to probably get upset about. But most of the time, it's why. So, what happens when you hear whatever it is, all right? This is what actually happens. First of all, your mind hears the words, hopefully. Now, that's not always true either, because sometimes your mind only hears about the first 3 words, and then your mind shifts into, what am I going to say in response, and it stops listening at all. But let's imagine that we get past that first hurdle, and we're actually listening, and the words get into your mind. Then you think about it. Hopefully, all right? And then you tell yourself a story. Why the person said what they said. Okay? That's what happens, and in reality, they know that to get to this point, takes about 4/10 of a second. Most people will formulate the entire why story in about 4/10 of a second. And then the truth is, you really have no idea whether your why is a truth or a lie. That's the danger in when you're listening, when you're talking, is this whole why story thing. When somebody says they can read your mind, or you think you can read somebody's mind, all you're saying is that you can formulate the correct why story. And in reality, how do you possibly know why that person said what they said if they didn't tell you why? And then when we communicate, we're just as guilty on the other side of the coin. We say things and we expect them to know why we said it without telling them why we said it. I know I get hung up on why around here, but why ends up being a huge deal all the time. So, as soon as you get done, you call yourself a why, you figure out your why story, and then you react. And it could be, who knows how you're going to react. And it's true for all of us, because our reaction is based on our why story. Our why story is an assumption on our part, and boom, we have a reaction. So, now, what if we just made sure we truly understood why? All right. Now think about this a little bit. If I said, no, those jeans don't look good on you, I'm leaving everything wide open for her. All right? This is a two-way, okay, communication is a two-way thing, but you can only control what you go out, and you can control that story you make up. Right? You have the ability to say, no, I'm not going to make up a story. It takes a lot of practice. But the difference between somebody who has a quick temper and somebody who doesn't is the person who doesn't has mastered the ability of saying, I don't know why. Okay? They take the time. They're not so sure of themselves that they determine their why stories like this. You can control. What if when I said that to Susie, I said, those jeans don't look good on you because the pockets cover up the perfection of your shapeliness. Okay? You know, that sounds entirely different, right? I'm not in trouble anymore. Or there could be 100 different things, you know? But when we add the why as to what, when we talk, it changes everything. But in order to do that, one, it has to be a little bit of a habit. And two, we have to slow down, right? Our communication sometimes is so fast, going back and forth. We think we can just, we think they're, you know, some people have a better filter between their brain and their mouth than others. It's really not a filter, it's a time delay, okay? They take just a couple seconds, or really a couple tenths of a second, and think just a little bit longer than the average person, and they add the why. The really good communicators add the why. And then when you listen, stop being in such a hurry to come to some kind of conclusion, and stop trusting your ability to know why. Somebody says something to you and you can get offended, or you can stop and you can say, well, why do you think that? Ask the question. You'll save yourself a lot of heartache, for one. And two, out of all that information, and we're going to spend a lot of time talking about pools of information and how teams need to share pools of information. You really only accomplish something when everybody is using the same pool of information. You share what's in that pool and all those types of things. But what the information is won't determine how well you work together or how much you get accomplished nearly as much as why you think each person put that piece of information in there. If I believe, if three of us are working together on a team, and I believe that they have my best interest at heart every time, when they add information to that pool, like, Dan, you should talk with your hands less because it's distracting, okay? I immediately believe they have my best interest at heart. If I form a why statement right away, it's going to be something like, wow, I must look silly on camera, or something like that. It's a positive why statement, and I'll listen to what they actually have to say, and when the information's in the pool, I'll do something about it. But if I think the why is they just want to put me down, now I'm defensive, I don't pay attention to that, I heard something different, the pool of information's not blue anymore, it's red with shark blood, you know, it's just not good, all right? So, one of the keys to good communication is slow down and add the why, and don't assume you know why someone said it. Because when you think you know why somebody said it, and that's bigger than adding the whys, in my opinion. You'll be upset all too often. And as soon as you get upset, your ability to make a wise decision, say the right word, all those things, it's out the window. It just, I honestly don't think I can remember a single time in my life I did the right thing when I was mad. Okay? It just doesn't work. All right. Any questions? Okay. Thanks for joining us for another Trailblazer Tuesday here at the Preferred Adventure Center. And remember, life is never going to be a walk in the park. So don't go on a walk. Go on an adventure.